Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Critical Catch podcast. My name's Lee. I will be your host, guiding you through this week alongside our co-host, wonderful co-hosts, I should say, Costa and Scott. Gentlemen, how are we doing this week? Like a good old Ben & Jerry's flavor I love. I do look half-baked, but it's actually my hay fever for anyone that's watching this week. So for all of you suffering with hay fever, at the moment, my thoughts go out to you because I am.
We stand with you.
Suffering badly. Scott, Costa, how are you doing?
I'm great. You know, I don't get defeated by plants and trees on a daily basis. So
must be nice, mate. Must be nice.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you.
Very happy for you, Scott. I share the same sentiments as Lee has mentioned. Hay fever has been a female dog right now, so it's been a lot. And apparently there's virus going around, but we're surviving. We're surviving.
We've got it all, mate.
We do.
It's our alien DNA.
Not this rubbish again. It was rambling on for the podcast about this.
Yeah. We're like going to theory territory. Yeah, maybe we can have a special for like a Patreon if we get one going at some point.
Maybe one day. Yes.
Before we start, I did have some exciting Pokemon news from me.
Oh yeah.
Perspective. So I kind of already told you guys about this, but I don't know if you've seen it yet, Lee. So I had some cards back from PSA recently. I'm just rolling in it. It seems because I checked the price of the graded cards, and they're quite good. So let me see if I can bring it up.
Come on, let's share the love.
Hey, they're very good. Oh, did you find out the price of the third one? Because I know you told me about that.
No, it's not as much. Nowhere near as much as the other two.
So when did you send these off?
I was trying to think about this the other day, actually, quite a long time ago. How do I just do this downloads?
I'm only asking to get a rough idea of how long someone in the UK would take to if they're interested in grading. You use the middleman service, right?
Yeah, so I use Subcenter.
Okay, cool.
So how do I?
What was your verdict on Subcenter? Were they good? Good experience?
Yeah, they were actually great. I'm trying to see if I can add a window capture. How do I choose? Yes, right.
Hello.
That. Oh, nice. Very nice.
This is what I got from PSA. I'm missing a card, right? So I sent these three, and I have the All Art Leafeon Korean VMAX. Korean EV Heroes Korean card. That's worth about 150 quid. The Bulbasaur's worth about 100 quid. It's hard to tell because there aren't many of these cards. I was honestly hoping for a high grade, but I got that card for free from someone on eBay. Crazy story. I found some guy selling first edition basic cards in Korean, and I was like, "Do you have a Bulbasaur?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll send it to you if you just pay me the postage." And I was like,
"Wow!"
So Legend, go on eBay. So that, and then we've obviously got the two Pikachu promos. We've got the Nagaba one, which come with all the evolutions, and then we have the
that's cool.
Kanazawa Pokemon Center promo.
10s as well, man.
Both 10s, which this
insane.
This is where the value comes from. So the Unigaba ones is about 330 quid as a 10.
Wow.
And the Kanazawa one's worth about 400.
Wow.
In 10s.
I have that Kanagawa one. Because there's a variation, there's two variations of those. Because you get them there's one that you get from the collector's box that came out at the time. It's got a different holo pattern on it, and then there's this one which I think you just get from the Pokemon Center as a gift after it opened.
Okay.
I got these both from Comic-Con, and I mean, I don't know how I got. Well, I mean, they were obviously in good condition, but I'm always amazed when you buying cards. You know, it's always luck of the draw. Unless you pull them yourself, you don't know what they've been through. But I remember staring at both of these cards for like a solid 10 minutes in front of the vendor, being like, because he had particularly the Pikachu, he had several. So I checked a few and was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. Brought them home. I don't know why I was on like a mission that year. I was like, I want the promos, I just want them. And then it took me, it's like sending stuff off to PSA because it's such a faff, right? And it takes so long. You're like, should I wait? I must have got these like 2 or 3 years ago, and I finally sent them off. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Great catch though for the collection. Are you
Yeah.
glitching? Are you selling?
No,
Or
I'm keeping them.
yeah, nice.
At least for the time being. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. The for all of our audible viewers, I guess. The one on the far left was the Nagara, right? If I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
That looked like a fake card to me.
Mm,
That did not look real.
Yeah.
No. As in, like, what was that illustration, mate? Like, I mean, it's very creative. I'll give you that.
it's a special illustration card that the artist Unigaba did, and he did all the evolutions as well in that same style. It's very basic. They are literally like hand drawn sketches. So, but
that has a lot of value to be fair.
what people were doing, which apparently now this is a new thing with PSA. Sorry, this is a long tangent. Apparently, the new spice for PSA grading. Again, this is probably old news now, but if you get sets of cards graded at the same time, they have sequential card numbers.
Okay.
And they're apparently worth more money if you get them. So if you had a set of all of them, for example, and you had all the numbers like in order, apparently they're worth a lot more.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
I do have some graded with that are sequential.
I mean, these are sequential, but they normally have to be the set of cards
of the same one.
So,
yeah.
Because people were doing it with like all the ones from Evolving Skies and the ones from Prismatic's Evolutions are like all evolution, all art. And you've essentially got a master set then. Not that I think it'd be pretty crazy to sell them all in one go, but yeah, I was pretty happy with that, to be honest.
As it should be, mate. That's a pretty good bloody haul, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I did tell you they did mislabel my one of my cards as Japanese, even though it's Korean, which was kind of crazy, really. I feel like I know they're probably grading a lot of cards, but still they should know what language the card is in. So
yeah, there are distinct differences if you do this for a living.
However,
the backs are different as well, right? The Japanese have the Japanese back, and Korean have an English back, right?
Well, you did check and let us know, Scott.
I have them in my side drawer, so I can
there we go.
I'm pretty sure the Korean ones have they look like an English card on the back. It's so obvious.
All right, here we go.
Oh, he's right. He's right.
Hey, well played. He knows.
No, yeah.
Good on you, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. They're sorting it out free of charge. It's not a problem. But I was just surprised that they got it wrong. That was all.
Yeah. Maybe it was like a new person. Like what was one of their new first week. Easy mistake, I guess, if you're grading so many. But
yeah, it's fair.
I think you'd look at the back and be like, "Wait a minute, this doesn't."
Hang on a minute.
I know.
Well, they didn't have you on the job,
back. They have to take a photograph of the back of the card.
Yeah.
They examine the back of the card.
That's what, yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. They just saw the Korean writing and thought it's Japanese. Must have been a special card.
Yeah. So,
well, it is
mixed up at the factory.
Well, it is special to not only Scott's heart, but also in genuine value. So good stuff.
And my wallet.
Yes. Yeah.
I actually pulled that card as well. That one. So these others I bought. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Amazing Rares from Vivid Voltage. I have the set of those. I mean, they're not really. They're not desirable. Nah, not at all. But they're sequential 10s. The set I've got, which is kind of cool.
That's pretty good.
I like the Amazing Rares, but I'm probably in a very small minority of people that like those. Maybe one day they'll be looked at, and
who knows? People go through fads of what they decide is worth value. So
yeah, apparently just random sketches can have £400 value and all that, which is insane.
Hey, man.
I wonder how much the Umbrian, because there's an Umbrian in that set. I'd imagine that one M10 will be worth
probably look crazy.
Sweet penny or two.
Yeah. So.
Oh well. Talking about crazy, no, I just we've got a.
What's the main topic today, Lee?
What is the main topic, Lee? Come on.
The main topic is.
Is it the main topic or is it a preempted?
No, before we do the main topic.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to the viewers?
There we go.
We'll just say to
Me?
you, yes, yeah.
Me.
Before we
Yeah,
start,
you're in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
you're the host.
For anyone listening on Spotify, thank you, or any other audio podcast platform, or for you watching on YouTube or any other place that you might be watching this, if you enjoy the podcast, give us a little bit of support. It motivates us to do more of these, keep going, and be just doing what we're doing. Hit the subscribe button, give us a rating on Spotify, because I think that's what you do over there. And leave us a comment and get involved and charge and fully load that algorithm, because we appreciate it, and we appreciate you for listening and getting involved. And there we go. There is my little segment where I ask you for a small favor at the start of the episode, and I hope as well, drop a like as well. Just while you're there, you may as well, right?
Yeah, for
Please
sure.
do.
I'm really bad at it because
No, you did well.
I never ask for this sort of stuff in my own content. I always do it at the very end of the video. So I never ask for it at the start, but we are starting to try and grow this platform. So I understand that we need to do it at the start, because there's probably not very many of you listen to the very end. So here we go. There's your chance. If you've heard this,
if you're new, these two handsome guys, they do a lot of cool stuff for Pokemon. They cast the events, and you can go see them. If you see them at events, you fancy going to an event, you got the hype. Come say hello. That they may not look friendly, but they are big and cuddly. Costa's very cuddly. Lee's just a cool guy.
Lee!
You can give him a hug if you want to.
Jesus, Lee. Yeah.
I just feel like Costa, Costa would love a hug. And probably Lee would as well.
I'll give you a hug, mate. I'll give you a hug.
I like hugs. I do like hugs. Just don't get them that often, obviously, do I?
Oh, no. It was pretty bad for Lee.
To see Lee at an event, you need to give him a hug.
Well, only if you ask first, but yes. Not like me where I rugby.
Comment, subscribe, like, do all that good things. If the option's there for hyping up, I don't know if it will be. It's not on every video. Do that as well. It does help out. So every little helps. But we appreciate all of it. So thank you so much. Even a comment. Talking about comments, some spicy comments on last week's episode.
We will review them in due course.
Yes, we will. Towards the end.
We have a very interesting topic to discuss first.
Later on in the episode.
Yes, make sure that you are still staying in tune for that. But we have got a spicy main topic that we wanted to discuss. And coincidentally, we're sort of reviewing recording and stuff like that. Okay, what kind of stuff do we want to cover and whatnot? And there was this little bit of news that's found a way to elude most of the mainstream content media around Pokemon, and that is Pokemon Champions mobile release. Apparently not in September, but a lot more sooner, maybe even within the next month.
But yeah, we're on the countdown. If this is true, if everything that we'll start at the beginning of how we got to this.
How we stumbled down this rabbit hole. Literally, this is new information to us within an hour or so of setting the podcast up.
Yeah.
We just found this.
Yeah. So I was scrolling earlier on, and a short popped up on my YouTube, and I watched it, and it was a guy, big gamer channel, and
so big that we don't remember the guy's name, but yes.
I think he was called Kieran. I think that's the guy's name, but I don't know the channel's name because I don't follow them. I've never seen their content before, so I don't know. But they're basically, because it's Champions content, it was on my feed, and they were saying how Champions is their favorite game at the moment, and then just had this little throwaway comment in amongst the rest of the short, which said, Champions now available on Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 and will be released on mobile in June. And this comment blew my mind. I was like, June? Has this guy obviously been a big channel, probably has links to other places? Have they been told by someone that is the release date? So I mentioned it to these guys and they were like, what? So we did a little bit of digging ourselves, and it goes back to a post. It was made, I think, on the Korean was it Instagram or TikTok? I think it was TikTok page a while ago, pre-release of Champions on the Switch.
Yep.
And this is on their website right now, right? Or has this been taken down?
I think it got taken down.
Yeah.
So this is here with the release date of the Champions on Switch and Switch 2. And then it has a rough release date of June for iOS and Android, which, yes, now has been taken down. And a lot of gaming websites have talked about this, but this is kind of flown right under the radar because it's obviously got posted, was probably a it wasn't meant to be announced yet, but it has been taken out. And this is a really good article by, is this GamesGG.gg?
Yeah, GamesGG.
And it goes on to say Pokemon Company will launch on iOS and Android in June 2026. That window was revealed through the official Pokemon Champions Korean website. According to B-Bomb, no exact date has been announced as of April 2026, but the 2-month gap between the Switch launch on 8th of April and the mobile window points towards a mid-June release, which is hugely exciting because a mid-June release would be literally about 5 weeks as of recording this episode tonight, which is way sooner than I think any of us really expected it to be, right?
Well, we literally spoke about this. Was it not the last week? If I'm not mistaken, or if not the last week, the prior, where we were sort of discussing around, when do we expect Pokemon Champions to release on mobile? Oh, it's probably going to be post Worlds or the build up to Worlds or something like that, but it's not coming into effect from a competitive point of view until the new season. But this completely changes. I would probably say maybe not the seasonal aspect of things. No. I don't think, let's say, NAIC or Worlds is going to, if there's an early release of Champions, allow for mobile to be played at the final events of the season, but it's still huge news.
Yeah, because I think the rule docs, they've stated in there that Champions for those official events will be played on Switch 1 and Switch 2, and that's stated there. So, which kind of makes a lot of sense as well, now thinking about that with this information, because why would you put that in there if it was only available on those two consoles, and we weren't getting the mobile version until after these events? So to have it in there,
to clarify,
it gives more credence to this release date in June. So they're clarifying, okay, well, it will be available when these events come around, but you're not going to be able to use those devices at Worlds or NAIC.
I mean, I think, like you said, it kind of does make sense to maybe release it before Worlds. I think if you look at the big push they're doing with what's the event called that they're holding alongside
Pokemon
Worlds?
XP.
Pokemon XP. Yep. It would, again, back to the for those of you that don't know or new to VGC or new to the Pokemon scene, Pokemon's advertising fund, really, they use Pokemon events as an advertisement, even though it's not that big. They spend all this money as a way of advertising. So, I guess alongside this Pokemon XP experience and Worlds this year and Champions coming out, I guess it would make sense to do. We were talking about what could they tease at Worlds this year with. We don't think it's going to be Wind and Waves stuff. I think that's too far off. They're saving that for Pokemon Day in February next year. So what are they going to tease? So releasing Champions on mobile and then dropping some really cool stuff basically 2 months later on Champions, I think, for the mobile version, or just on Champions in general, would kind of make sense of tie in, or doing like we said about cosmetics, some kind of cool thing. You get a cool cosmetic if you turn up to Pokemon XP or if you turn up to Worlds. It does make sense in that sphere. It doesn't really make sense in terms of the competitive scene, as we mentioned. The new format the season doesn't run until September, right? But again, maybe similar to them delaying the use of Champions in competitive events, the mobile version, they're releasing it so it's out there, so that it's ready for September. They've got some feedback to see if it will work.
Do you want me to be honest? I'm going to give my take. I feel like this is a bad move to release it this early. in my opinion.
This is still speculation, right? We're not.
If
This is true,
obviously, if it's true, this is all theory time. Because surely you want to be able to capitalize at a nearer date towards when the competitive aspect of mobiles will come into effect. I know that we're saying that, okay, well, this isn't 100% catered to competitive people, but let's not forget, Champions is literally that. It is dedicated for competition. Okay? That is the point of it. That is why it's in creation and it's been separated from mainline games, because you want to be able to have all of the hardcore gamers, or even, you know, whatever people trying to get into Pokemon battling, to be in one separate section and then just have an experience with the mainline stuff. So in my opinion, I feel like a mobile release would make more sense maybe at the start of August, to the build up towards Worlds, where you get enough buzz that doesn't die out within the drought between NAIC and Worlds, because that's a big drought. That is literally the beginning of June, which is the, you know, like 10th or 12th or something like that, when NAIC is the last official event, the major one that counts for the season, until we go to Worlds, which is like 28th, 29th of August. We've got like 2 to 3 months worth of a gap there.
I don't disagree with you at all with that, but I would say, just playing devil's advocate here,
Yep.
I would say I think it then would give enough time to those new players,
All right.
kind of bed into the format, get used to
Too much time. That's
the
the problem.
mechanics. I don't know, because we're going to be changing format as well, remember, to a new format. So I think, and it also, because at that point, when it releases in June, if you're solely playing on mobile, you've got no way of qualifying to play in the World Championships this year, okay? Because you've got NAIC, which if you haven't got a ticket for already, then you're not getting one now, and if you were playing on Switch anyway. So, I think this is a perfect time, if I'm completely honest, because I think then it allows people to get it, experience it, and then it leads up to the World Championships to kind of give you a showcase of what you're playing for when the new season starts as a mobile player, to be like, wow, this is the arena. This is what you can, you know, this is what I can achieve next season. If I take part in the competitive circuit on my mobile, playing this free-to-play game, I can be on the main stage in this arena at the Chase Center or the equivalent, wherever it is next year. And I think it's a really good way of kind of highlighting to players the size and the glory that comes with playing competitive Pokemon, like showcasing it. Whereas if you release it in September, a lot of players are going to miss that World Championships, because I feel like they're going to take full advantage of the fact Worlds is on that weekend, and anyone with the Champions app on Switch, on Switch 2, on mobile, iOS, is going to be notified. World Championships is streaming now. This match is happening between these two players. Why don't you log in and watch it in spectator mode?
That would be insane.
So
Yeah.
first of all, spectator mode, there's no effing way they're going to do that, because that's like specific to room ID stuff, right? So they're not getting, like, how is that even going to work in terms
Maybe
of having
then a
someone
link
hop in?
to the stream then.
They have to. Like maybe like stream. Like it'd be sick, because like what you just mentioned is something that they do in like Dota 2. They do it in League as well, where you can like maybe live stream or watch follow-on broadcast within the game. Exactly. So like that part is sick. That would be amazing. I completely agree. My point before was purely I'm in agreement with you. It has to be before September completely. But what I don't agree with is it being June, the second week when NAIC is going, and then you've got a huge gap of time until Worlds, because there's going to be a lot of momentum taken out of the sales of having the big boom of people joining on mobile. They need something closer in terms of time. Like if you release end of July, start of August, you give enough time where people are messing around with it. You've got the new season that's coming as well. And then you have the payoff with all the points that you mentioned at Worlds.
Doesn't MB format begin the week after NAIC?
Does it?
I think so.
No.
I think there's like 7 days now until the format resets for the next season. And then after that is when that MB format begins. And that would make sense. If you're going to release a game, it should be at the start of a format starting, right?
That's
Because
true.
you don't want to release it like mid-format, because you're going to have all these Switch players that have got all the techs, all really good at the format already. Then you're going to have this influx of new players that come in and just getting bopped, bodied, and then put off playing when you want everyone coming into it on as even a playing field as possible.
Damn it, you're right.
Do you think though?
No, that's what it says. It's saying right now. I'm just trying to like check up all the info, and what it's suggesting is that immediately after regulation M8 concludes, is going to be MB starting at around June 18th.
Yeah, and you're gonna need a home update for that as well, because you're gonna need the implementation of the new megas with their new abilities that have been yet to be revealed. So there we go. It all falls into place. June 18th, I think, is the date that it's going to happen.
Interesting. I agree with what you're saying, 100%. It makes sense, and it makes sense from a marketing perspective. Let's say if you're going to showcase a new game at Worlds with all this with all the hype and the push they're doing with the larger stadium for finals and the big XP event and whatever, it makes sense for you to be able to. They want people to be able to go, oh, I want to play that game. So be like, yes, available right now. The only thing I have, at least in my mind, releasing it in September or October or November made more sense to stem the flow of having no content. Because I feel like we're in a weird territory right now, and I'm not going to say like this bad thing, because, we know how poorly optimized Scarlet and Violet was.
We don't discuss how badly optimized
we're starting to slow down now with Pokemon releases. It's probably been the driest it's been for a while, really. How long did it take? How long has Scarlet and Violet been out for? When potentially not until next year we're going to get the next generation. So what's that, 5-year gap? We've had stuff in between.
We have had very exciting stuff in between. Let's
true.
not.
No, yeah, it's fine. But my point is, they release it in June. It's fine, I get it. What are they going to do for a whole year? Whereas at least if they had the mobile release to hype up to eventually, they had something to look for people to look forward to. But if it comes out in June, they've got at least a year and 2 or 3 months until
They'll have a
Wind and
re-release,
Waves
mate.
comes out.
They're going to bring the re-release. I think Lee, or it was you start talking about it. They might try to like release a Sapphire Ruby or something like that, an Emerald in between.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
It's easy money.
Yeah, that's going to come at some point. I think because it was in the data of Fire Red Leaf Green, I think that is on the horizon. At some point, you're going to have Pocopia DLC as well.
Which apparently there are some leaks that are circulating. We're not going to discuss. The rumored.
Exciting though. So and the bottom line, Scott, I don't think they really care.
I agree. I 100% agree.
I don't think they care, because I think it gives them a chance to really lean into Mega Evolutions for a year. That they've just released these like, nearly 50 new Mega Evolutions on ZA, and it gives them a year and a bit to market those, sell product with those Mega Evolutions. If you're dropping new games in between, even re-releases, it detracts from just absolutely milking everything you can out of Mega Evolution. And it's the center point of like Champions as well, and it will be for the next year, I would say, as we progress through the formats.
I understand that.
We get to
but how are they going to make it interesting for the mobile players? I know this was our discussion last week, but then they're going to have to do some stuff in order to keep people interested in the game.
Mm.
for a whole year.
Maybe a different game mode. Maybe, like we
Yeah.
said, the skins or some sort of, accessory. I don't know, some sort of loop that they could try to hook people into. Maybe they could do, like Ranbats. That would be amazing. That is such an easy fix to an extent. But then, like, they need to have like preset Pokemon through text file stuff. So they can easily do it.
Do you mean
They
like a
can-
battle tower, Costa?
Oh, wait, what? What is this? What is a battle tower, Scott? I don't know what you're talking about. Great Scott! I don't know why I went that crazy. But yeah, no. Battle tower I've heard is really popular in a particular game. And people talk about it or witching it back, but it's not just yet.
If you're interested, little plug, we spent an hour talking about what we think they can do to make it interesting. So check out last week's episode. Because we dive into everything they could do to make it. They're going to make money. Okay, so they're going to do some spicy things with cosmetics, hopefully. So
they've got so much potential. They just need to tap into it, mate, and have a good structure around it, and then it will sell like hot dogs at a Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid match, which coincidentally played right now.
Here's a question for you: do you think, in terms of last week we discussed no plug?
It's about hot dogs.
No.
Oh, you got me excited there.
Hot dogs. We discussed the download numbers, right? For the mobile versions of games they've released. Tishy Pocket. We didn't talk about Go, but Go's kind of its own thing because it came out a long time ago. Unite and what was the other thing we talked about? TCG Pocket.
TCG Pocket, yeah. But Unite was the biggest contender.
Yeah. So, do you think this will surpass the downloads of Unite? What do you think?
Yeah.
Easily.
Hundreds.
Easily.
Yeah.
No disrespect to our fellow Unite peeps, but it will.
Yeah, with 100% will. Because everyone with it, I think you're gonna get all that influx of newer players, right? They've kind of been probably watching content on Champions, but don't own a Switch, that are gonna get it. And then you're gonna have everyone with a Switch and a Switch 2 also download it as well, because they're going to be like, well, I can access my account on my mobile when I'm out and about. So it's going to be like,
the thing is as well, right?
Everyone really, aren't you?
Especially if you introduce like a different game mode, like a Ranbats or Battle Tower or something like that. Can you imagine like quickly doing it on your mobile, like on your way back? Something like that?
That'd be sick.
I feel like depending on how well they want to market this, how much of a push they want for mobile, I feel like they could quite easily heavily influence the general public, or they could garner the audience of someone else in order to help get people to play Champions.
Easily.
There's a really interesting thing going on right now. There's a guy, there's a big streamer called Jinxie. Not a huge fan, but he's very popular. He used to play Clash Royale, which is like a mobile game. There's like rumors that he got paid to play it because he's like was like grinding it forever. But he recently started playing League out of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
And like this is like a really, I would say he's got like a very sort of generic audience. So for him to switch to like a competitive game out of nowhere, and he's now bringing a huge audience into League of Legends, which is not the easiest game to play, right? It's a MOBA, very frustrating. But, the influence he's going to have on the League community, because he's now playing League, they've only got to not pay someone or encourage someone, one of the some of the big streamers. I know we have got big people in the scene like Wolfie, and we were talking earlier about Disguised Toast and Foosley playing competitive, but they've only got to get one or two big names or celebrity to play it. I feel like an advert with a celebrity playing would kind of help push it into the mainstream.
Sorry, very quick tangent. Okay, for one particular content creator, do you think it would make or break the game if Mr. Beast was a face for Champions? Super quick.
I think he's
a good thing.
I think he's the wrong audience.
No, but just saying.
I think the kid's too young.
What if they do for whatever reason?
I think it would only be a good thing.
The paycheck would be too high. Even Pokemon.
He's been known to dabble. He likes Pokemon.
He does.
Played Showdown back in the day.
That's what I mean. So what if they turn around, they're like, hey, you know what? You Mr. Beast, you come over here. Please try to advertise our game.
The thing is, right, I feel like as a base game as it is, I know we've basically just said this, I don't think the game is interesting enough currently in its current state for regular
now.
people to play it.
Yeah,
It hasn't got very much replayability at the moment. So until they add stuff in there, it kind of does feel pointless unless, again, they do this big push with new game modes, fun things for people to do. They don't need to make it gatchery, but they need to make you want to come back daily and play.
Yeah, some sort of hook, loop, like a better loop. They need a better loop than the current one that they've got. Like, because like it's great and all that stuff, but like if you go and you buy the membership pass and all that, you reach like what is it, level 50 or something out of the like the pass and the battle pass. I know a friend of mine, a fellow Greek, Yandam, shout outs. He literally reached level 50 in the same day of release. He leveled 50.
Too easy, wasn't it?
It was too easy. It was too quick. And that's sort of my point, where you need to find other systems in order to keep that loop going, that daily aspect of it. From a game, design point of view, purely.
Totally agree.
I'm very curious to see what they do, because they haven't really made any major changes. They've only really done bug fixes at the moment.
Which is fine. It's necessary. It's emergency patches that they've had to whip out, and they did it to a good extent. So I
feel like over time as well, the team should grow, right? When I guess the more money that the app
that's
makes,
resource dependent.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But it depends how much they want to push it, because I don't know how big the teams are for these. These. I keep comparing it to a gacha game because I don't want to compare it to that, but those are the types of games that they have the hooks to get you to. You do your dailies and stuff.
I don't think it's a big one. I think it's been rumored that it's not a big team. Now, the potential of this game is outrageous. It could truly be one of the it has so much more potential than Pokemon Go and Pokemon Unite bundled up in one, in my opinion. And you could even chuck TCG Pocket, even though I'd argue Pocket got very interesting the early months and then it started dying out because they were getting like monthly updates and stuff like that, and it was a bit too much. But my point is that this truly has the potential of going through the roof and beyond, because it is the very basic stuff of you've got Pokemon, you can battle, you can do other stuff with these Pokemon, you can customize, you can do whatever. They just need to actually put it forwards and commit with it and put the resource. I feel like personally, they probably won't have that resource or won't be willing to push that resource. So we're going to see some very small update quality of life stuff that isn't going to pull as many people. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my expectation.
Like I said, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, though. I feel like if they do that.
Yeah, I hope
only time will tell. This is something we can theorize about as much as we like, but until again, maybe they're waiting for the push until mobile comes out.
It's an ex-dev company, right, that made Champions. It's not Game Freak themselves. So that would require them having additional... So either they onboard more people at the ex-dev company or allocate resources from other projects they may have onto this primary one, as Champion Scots just dropped down. Or they try to get more people to assist the ex-devs. So, it's not a clear answer or like a quick fix for them to get more people, but it is possible. It's just not, I don't know, super easy. Sorry, Lee, I cut you off there.
No, it's good. You carried on because I was cutting you off, so it was good to have you finish. Yeah, the only thing on the games.gg article about this June release, there's a section at the end. Will the mobile version be better than the Switch version? Remember, this is all just opinion. Albeit coming from a very reliable source. If Pokemon Unite is any guide, then yes, the mobile release of Unite was notably more polished than the Switch launch, arriving with fewer bugs and a smoother overall experience. Pokemon Champions launching 2 months after the Switch gives the Pokemon Company time to address early issues and optimize specifically for touchscreen controls.
Yep.
That's actually a decent reason to wait if you don't own a Switch. The mobile version may end up being the cleaner experience at launch, which is, I think, a huge importance if you are wanting to pull in a bigger audience. Because I think first impressions, especially in the mobile gaming scene, going to be quite important, right, Scott? I feel like you and Costa are probably a bit more up to speed on this sort of area than me. I don't really play games on my mobile, so I'm not really too au fait with how people receive games. If they're bad, then do they just drop them, or do they give them a chance? Or
I'm not a huge mobile gamer myself, to be honest. I can only speak from past experience. Playing things like, I feel like the games that people play on their phones are things like the Clash Royale, the Clash of Clans. A lot of the games are like the gacha games, right? That people play. Those are the games that people play on a daily basis. Or what's the one my brother's playing at the moment? He's playing another game. My brother's always playing. There's always like a new fad. My brother was playing Clash Royale, and now he's on some new game, mobile game. So I'm assuming what we're trying to say. The hype can pass, and people can move on to something else. But I feel like Pokemon's a bit different because it's not a new game. So it's not like they're introducing a new IP and everyone's like, oh, let's all play this game, this brand new IP, then get bored of it after 2 months. Pokemon's in kind of, it's because it's coming from a well-established IP as it is already. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, in my opinion. What do you think, Costa?
How cool would it be if they did? Like this kind of answers your worries, Costa, about there being too big a gap between a June or a mid-June release and then the first competitive events not starting till September, right? How cool would it be if they did a global challenge to celebrate the mobile release, just pre-Worlds, right? Say they did it pre-Worlds, worldwide.
Oh, our last Chance Full of Fire. What are you about to say?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think you mess with this year's World Championships at all. I think that stays as it is. Qualified, you qualified. If you're not, you're not. But for next season, the rosters come out probably mid-August with the first regionals for next season. So we know where they are globally. And they say, okay, top 16 and each region in this event gets a free entry to the regional, or top 8, right? Top 8 in each region gets a free entry into the first regional of the season in whatever region you're based in. So that'd be US, that would be LATAM, that'd be Oceania, EU, whatever,
That would be sick. That would be very sick.
You could go one step further even and make it even cooler and say top 8 paid trip and entry.
Nah, no chance. They would not do that.
Why not though?
Money.
How much money they're going to be making off this mobile game, off this game in general?
Yeah, but they usually I would say
advertising would that be?
I agree 100%. It would be
in.
It would be insane numbers that you would be able to pull in. No doubt about it.
They did top 8 in each region. That's not that much.
No, it's not. But so that's why I feel like paid trips.
This is the biggest earning franchise, multimedia franchise in the entire world. I think they can afford.
Where is it? $150 billion franchise, I think.
What would it be? 64 paid invite for a regional.
Yeah, but mate, but once again, you need to get through the logistics, I guess, of age division stuff as well and different things.
Just do it for masters. Sorry, juniors, seniors.
Rip. Okay. I don't know. I don't think they'd be willing to do that. Maybe a ticket slot, sure. I don't see any paid trip stuff. That would be insane. But they probably need to justify the first season. So let's be real. They need to justify and notice the metrics and the charts on how well things have been from a 1-year standpoint of A, Champions release, and B, when it's coming to full effect when it comes to a season, to see how much money they can make, how profitable it is, and if it makes sense to be able to, allocate this amount of resource into giving paid trips everywhere.
They've just had 400,000 enter the global challenge.
That's true. But it was... But people didn't need to pay for anything to enter that tournament, right?
No, and I don't think you would need to in this either, because...
Yeah. But that's my point.
I don't think you should ever have... Well, I don't know. Maybe at some point they have paid to enter tournaments.
They might. Who knows? Hopefully not, but they might. But if you're gonna include paid trips, that makes sense to include some pay entry.
Even if it was like
I'm happy with
what, $5, just a small nominal amount.
Yeah, sure. But then that skews things. Though. That changes things. That changes the spirit of the game. I would say the global challenge online tournament stuff, like what pay to play.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You are correct. That's a bad idea. People
will not be happy with that.
No.
But I guess going on to your previous question, Scott, I think you're talking about the sort of Pokemon Unite conversion into Pokemon Champions being more popular on mobile as opposed to Switch and stuff like that. From a hardware point of view, technically speaking, there are better network cards as well as better optimization when it comes to mobile versus Switch and Switch 2 stuff. So like Switch 2 handheld, was it like 720p or stuff like that? Technically, you can do handheld. Well, obviously, it's handheld all the time because it's mobile. But you can have anywhere between 1080p and 2K if you really want to. They are just more cleaner in terms of the optimization versus Switch, which has its efforts from a development point of view versus mobiles that have been so well refined across the years. And they just keep on seeing improvements with all the network cards, all the CPU cards that they've got. Every single you don't need a computer if you've got a current modern mobile, and that is the same application when it comes to the optimization. So that's why they're like very central on giving time for mobile, but they can better optimize it versus a Switch. So that's why I feel like that could contribute, especially when it comes to like Unite, where it's FPS, high FPS based gameplay versus, VGC, which obviously doesn't have it. It will look more refined. It should look more refined, but they just need to give it the right treatment.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting it to be more popular than Switch. If they hit it off with event stuff and other reasons to pull people in, which is what you guys have been talking about as well. Like they need to get that good hook. So yeah, like a paid trip for top 8 in online tournament global challenge to the build-up of Worlds, that would be insane. That would be so good. That would be so
practice
good
for those attending Worlds as well, wouldn't it?
That's true. That would honestly, it would go so far. And who knows? Maybe if they introduce best of 3 ladder at some point, that would be sick. They should do that. Yeah. Why not?
Great idea.
That would be very useful.
Great. The people will not want to go on Showdown no more. Most people won't. Sure, they would not want to show down their mobile anymore. That's what I said, right? Anywho, but you know what I mean. So why not? You want to keep them on this app. Give them reasons.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, very interesting. If it's around that 18th of June, that seems like the date that we're going to see it happen. If it happens at all in June. But let us know what you guys think. Let us know whether you agree with us. Is this all
nonsense? Do you think it's nonsense?
Is it nonsense?
Could be.
I think it will be.
Okay, before we move on from each of you, what do you think? When do you think it's coming out? Costa, start with you. Start with Costa. When do you think it's coming out? Do you think it's coming out in June? Do you think it's coming out in September? August?
I don't know. I feel like the points that we've raised and also the distinction that Lee's made around regulation set MB starting around the 18th of June fall in line with these supposed leaks or, whatever the hell we're going to call them. It would make the most sense. I feel like June is what they're going to release. I would want them to release end of July, early August, but I'll stick with June, second week.
MB mobile battles begin on the 18th of June.
Wow.
Specific date.
But beautiful pun there as well.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, so I was thinking on my feet. It worked out well.
Well played. Well played. Very proud.
Yeah, I do. I think there's too much here. I think the fact that post got taken down as well so rapidly.
Yeah.
And it's went so under the radar for a lot of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it just feels like that it's gonna be then. So yeah, I'm almost convinced myself now that and what better announcement at the end of NAIC then saying mobile iOS release later this week on Championship Sunday.
Jordan, you have sold me. You have convinced me that this is going to happen now. If it doesn't happen, we're going to look very stupid.
But that's okay, because it's theory crafting, baby. That's all
Yep.
right. We're just talking a lot of shit. It's all good.
So good, so good.
These are just opinions. They are not facts.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wish they were facts, but they're not. They're definitely not. But no, who knows? We shall find out, come second week of June, obviously, and build up to that. But then we've also got another little segment that we're trying to make more of a segment kind of thing. We alluded to it a tiny bit with the amount of people that took part in the Global Challenge, but this is our competitive corner section where we're going to be going ahead and dissecting a bit about what is going on in terms of the competitive aspect. VGC.
What's going on?
What's going on? 411,000 people signed up for the Global Challenge. That's what's bloody going
crazy,
on.
Isn't it? It's pretty crazy.
It's
Genuinely. I know
Really?
it's less people than the warm-up challenge, let's be real. It's like by 300,000 drop amount, which is like a big drop, but then we're talking about big numbers.
That was the first event, right? So it's bound to have the most numbers.
True. And this is also the qualification for the East Asian. No, it was just Japanese for the Global Challenge, right?
Yeah.
So because and to give more detail, basically you need to be able to hit top 256 if you're from the Japanese region and competing in the Global Challenge in order to get yourself a ticket through to the Japan Nationals tournament, where they will find out the top 4 or 8 or 12 or 16, I don't remember how many people, will get that direct invitation to Worlds. But they need to compete it through in the online tournament, best of 1, going into best of 3 Japan Nationals versus us lucky peeps from the Western side of things, where we've got a whole season with decorated events. Give us
Their
more
circuit is actually crazy, isn't it?
It's bonkers.
Yeah, it is bonkers.
And yet they're still the best. Arguably some of the best players
Easily
from Japan.
Yep.
Easily.
Yep.
So.
Arguably. Yeah.
And so who won this tournament, Costa?
Lee.
Well, good mate. Yours, Costa.
Federico Camporesi.
Fede won. And
Good old mate.
Was he playing the Aridos in this?
Mate, don't get me started.
He was playing Aridos, wasn't he?
He
won
was.
with Aridos. Yeah, string shot Aridos.
It's crazy.
What a geezer.
This guy is just made differently. Fede, yeah, just absolutely storming it. And nearly 1,900 points as well, which is nuts.
Yeah.
So good, man. He's so good.
Genuinely.
So yeah, massive congrats to Fede. And the team is very cool. I love the Aridos, and it's not like gimmicky either. It actually works. It's a really it actually does things, So it's a really good shout, really good call. There we go.
There we go. I think
viewers.
I was going to say, I think Scott, you could get the post up real quick, can't you?
Yeah. I was literally just trying to find it.
Perfect.
Yeah. There we go. Aerodactyl, Scoff Chomp, Charizard, Sylveon, Basque Legion, and Aridos. I really like that core as well. I played Zod Y and Floette, which arguably is quite boring, quite standard. But the problem, and I kept saying it because I've been testing Sylveon a lot and other teams, was I kept finding myself being, and there was some matchups where I brought Charizard and Floette to the game, and it was like, well, doesn't feel the best, where Sylveon would have just been the better option there the whole time. So yeah.
Which happens, but like that's sort of the thing with Sylveon. I guess Sylveon is still well placed in this meta. There's not a lot of Pokemon that could like resist Fairy. Arguably, there's a lot that are weak to Fairy, especially when it's going with the Pixie Plate, or in this case, the Fairy Feather, which basically do the same thing, 1.2 damage boosters, right? But like having that paired up with Sun and then just like physical attackers, you got the Aerodactyl, the Aerodactylite attached to it, which allows you to be able to just bypass everything else at around the, what is it, base, I'm forgetting my math now, base 130 range, which is typically the 200 speed, level 50 Pokemon.
Yeah, Aerodactyl base 150 speed, isn't it?
So yeah, the Mega Aerodactyl, right? So,
yeah, Mega Aerodactyl, yeah.
So the regular one is base 130.
130, yeah.
That's it. So you're able to just
Yeah.
bypass them all completely. And a lot of
Yeah.
the staff mons, like Bastia Legion staff, gets outsped.
Yeah, even
Straight up.
Jolly Scarf Basket Legion can't outspeed the Aerodactyl. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Ariados. No. Like,
Oh yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Adidas,
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
so what do you run on the Ariados then? It's like Rage Powder stuff?
String Shot, Rage Powder, is it Struggle Bug and Protect, I think? I think that's the set.
That's hilarious.
I think off the top of my head, I know he's posted it. He posted the team, I think, on Sunday evening. So yeah, I think it's something along those lines. It could be slightly different, but yeah, crazy. I think it just goes to show, like, it's a really good switch in for fairy types, though, isn't it? You know, and other poisons and stuff like that, and just the speed control is just so good because it drops speed by -2 on both targets.
Yep.
The opposite side, so you know.
Where are all the King Gambits to switch into that?
Oh, yeah.
All
That's
my
what you
low
want.
tips. Yeah. Can confirm it's it's actually knockoff. I found the post. It's knockoff Rage Powder, String Shot, Protect, Citrus Berry.
That makes sense. Knockoff, yeah.
Crazy though.
Yeah, very strong.
Yeah, it's good. But then obviously we got the Garchomp Aerodactyl just having such great synergy with one another, right? And Bastia Legion Focus Sash has been increasing in terms of popularity versus the Scarf variant too. Has a lot more staying power.
Yeah, I just love Scarf Basket Legion. I think there's so much value in it. You just
Such
can
a staple.
you can set up end games so easily with it. I just think it's got so much value in and giving you freedom as well in bad spots to be like, okay, I can actually capitalize here because I'm not really worried about losing my 2 Pokemon out on the field right now.
Yep.
And then your opponent can misplay in those situations, thinking you're going to preserve maybe one of them, and you get that extra attack off, but you really don't really care either way because you're just hoping for your Basket Legion to come in with that 200 base power last respects and just start just clicking delete, and then your opponent literally not being able to do absolutely anything about it, you know?
Yeah. Has no right. I think the only thing that's stopping you from doing that is an opposing Scarf Bastia Legion speed tie.
I only lost one of those for the entire weekend.
Oh wow, must be nice, mate.
Well, I think everyone was running Adamant probably rather than Jolly.
I'm Jolly all the way, baby.
Yeah.
I kept on losing the speed ties.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I won pretty much all of them. But I played Faint Sneasler.
Oh, that's a tag.
And the amount of it's so good in front of Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl will just always protect, expecting the fake out. So you just feint, flip turn, and just drop it and just reposition with Charizard. And then you're like, well, Charizard's biggest issue's gone. So now I'm just going to sweep. And if these get knocked out, I got Scarf Basket Legion to come back in and just clean it with last respects. It didn't work, baby. It was good.
Okay, fair enough. Well, apparently that's not the only surprise that we saw on the Global Challenge. There's Mr. Neighborhood Wolf Glick that got 6th.
Oh, God. I know, yeah.
On the Global Challenge. At some point, I saw him 2nd, and then I think he dropped to 6th. And he was trying to like spice up the lore of his parish and one hit KO moves. There's only one hit KO move on the team that he was sort of implying, oh yeah, it's a team full of auto moves. It's like,
yeah,
mate, what?
Just the lax.
Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't even have SmackDown, mate. Like, what are you doing there? SmackDown's the strat with Fissure, surely.
Yeah, man's crazy, isn't he? The man is crazy.
Bonkers.
It's just Parish, though, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good on Parish. I mean, why not?
It's
like,
it's good.
Powerful. It's very strong.
Tell you, I played a really good Parish song and it caught me completely off guard, and that was Mr. Boit.
Oh yeah. Oh, what? You faced Boy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. Oh so no, you lost to him. Oh no.
Yeah, I couldn't really make a comeback after the turn 1. I was like, he's got me already. And I did make a good go of it, but it was too much to do. He was playing Palafin Mega Gengar.
Oh, I like that.
Palafin had the encore. So you had the encore disable lock going pretty early, and I, because of that, didn't lead in with anything that could outspeed the bloody Palafin. So I was like, I was just done after turn one. Like I say, I got it down to like the last, it was 2 versus 2, but his Politoad had too much and got the last perish off. So it made it a little bit difficult. So I did all right to come back from that position, but that's the nature of best of one, right?
Yeah. And what we'll do as well is we'll just edit this part out of the podcast. Don't worry. We don't want to be giving Boyd glory in any way.
Yeah, I wonder how he finished, actually. It'd be interesting to see what he ended up on.
Let me try searching.
Oh, yes. You can do that. I will do also.
We can. I'll do it on the side, obviously. I don't
Still some, tell us, did you play in the Global Challenge?
Study boy.
Didn't know it was on.
Oh, what? How could you, Scott?
Told you they've lost me. They've lost me.
No. Oh, here
They've
we
lost
go.
me deep in a hole.
The return of the downer competitive.
It's not downer. It's not downer. I just said that they lost me.
So have you not been playing at all?
I have not touched the game in a couple of weeks now.
Oh, wow.
Ah, they really have lost you. Oh, damn.
So do you think when the mobile version drops, you'll dive into it?
Depends what they do. For me, this is what I was saying. It's really hard to explain how my brain works, but like, I have to have a reason to do stuff, and whilst having fun is a valid reason and relaxing is a valid reason, I like to be able to grind for stuff. And there's not, other than VP, which I have a decent amount of now, and I've got most of the items, without like a decent battle pass, like well, you can say what you like about battle passes, you know, whether you like them or hate them, you know. I don't mind grinding a battle pass. Give me a reason to. Like, it's literally the reason I would play Apex Legends. You know, just to complete the battle pass gives me an excuse to play the game, and I think that's kind of why they can be important.
Well, it's good incentive.
Yeah,
to keep you hooked.
Yeah. Like I said, there are sort of loads of reasons. I have got just loads of different hobbies, which just kind of factor into it, and other things I want to do. I'm just quite busy, so it's hard to kind of fit stuff sort of around it. But yeah, I don't dislike it. I haven't fallen out of love with it. I've just lost a bit of interest, really. That's all.
No, it's sort of like the grinding aspect, and I guess motivation as well. So, like, if the global challenge was rewarding CP, for example, maybe that's an additional motivator,
or cosmetics, or something. You know,
or give some sort of reward for getting even the casual person that isn't chasing the worlds something to fight for. Which, to be fair to them, there was a Venusaur that they are rewarding for the 3 battles that you do on Global Challenge.
It's true. Yeah.
But I feel like not a lot of people have been talking about it because everyone has a Veno somewhere.
Yeah, I'm a Venusaur already, so that was, that was a difficult sell.
Cherish ball. So.
Well, there you go.
Boy is not on the top 300.
I checked as well. He's not. I'm like,
do you not have him as a friend?
No. Nah, screw that. What? Friends with Boy? No chance. Nah. Never. Not me.
What team did you play then, Costa?
Hard Trick Room, baby.
Nice. That was mine there.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna show off now.
There's my rating that I ended on. Not anything special, but not too bad. And there's the team that I played. White Herb Garchomp was pretty cool. I played it with Scale Shot, and the White Herb was really useful, especially against those Perish teams where they tend to like bring in the Incy.
Okay.
But Sash Sneasler was awesome with Feint, because I dropped Protect for Feint.
Oh yeah. That was the good tech that you've got going.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't finish as well as you, but arguably, I only played the Sunday, so I'll take it. So, Hard Trick Room, this is a shout-out to Jandam, once again, my Greek boy. He's got a Fairy Feather, Hatterene, Incin, Torkoal, King Gambit for a Giraffe, and the Charizard Y. So, it's sort of like you've got the Trick Room, but also 2 Sunsetters, which really helps in certain rain matchups.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
And it's like bulky Charizard. So it will survive stuff that you think it has no right to survive.
I like it.
It's cool. It's cool. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, my Zard survives surprisingly a lot as well. I like the bulky version. It's way better. It'd be nice to compare sets to spreads to see.
Oh, ooh la la. Well, maybe we will after this. We'll have a little rendezvous. Probably not during the podcast. Yes, maybe after.
Right. Well, that was that. So be interesting to see when the next global challenge comes around, how many entries we have, especially if it's post a mobile release as well. So that'll be a really interesting one to keep an eye on, because those numbers could be insane. But yeah, did we say a little bit earlier we were going to have a look at comments from last
Yeah.
week? Yeah, we're going to do that now. Or do you know,
No, we're going to do it. We can't tease it and not do it.
That's true.
We've got a few. We've had a few diabolical comments this week. We just
lead the charge on this, because you brought this to our attention.
Okay. So last week's episode, if you're still listening, did really well. You know, it was kind of a bit of a polarizing topic. You know, skins in a game. You know, having to pay for stuff. People don't like that. And so there was. Oh, that's my YouTube. Never mind. I was just trying to get it all up.
We'll just edit it out.
It's fine. I've got to get it up. So we had some spicy comments, basically. I just got to change the. I've got them open here. Where is the? This is spicy content. Where
Look at that fiery fire!
Costa, fire up the barbecue. I feel like we're about to roast something.
Oh boy, I've got the barbie ready to go.
How do I?
You see all the smoke in here? It's because the barbecue's lit and we are waiting for the meat.
I'm struggling with technology here. You have to bear with me. You have to bear with
me.
Me.
It's just YouTube.
When did you become a boomer, mate?
Oh, you're going to do that? Okay. That's a good way to do it. I wasn't going to do it that way. I had the images saved, but that's a good shout. Okay.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna pull up the images.
No, we'll go to YouTube.
Oh, was that to hide the users?
Yeah, but it's fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, people are just going to go on if they're interested to see the comment.
They
anyway,
will,
right?
The comments there. They're not hiding from anyone.
So what we're doing?
We get into this, yeah. Before we get into this, we respect everyone and anyone's opinion. Your opinion is your opinion, and it matters, and it counts, and it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just maybe that we disagree with it, but that doesn't matter, because that is fine. You can disagree with our comments. So we're not doing this to have a witch hunt. We're doing this as a little bit of light entertainment. So don't take it personally if it's your comment, and anyone else, don't go after the people making these comments, because it's all in good fun, and we appreciate all the comments, and despite how they may come across.
That's okay.
However,
there it is. The ball drops.
That being said, we had some spicy comments last week. So
where do we start?
We'll start.
Disclaimer aside, let's get into it.
We'll start the first one. It's fair. So we had a nice conversation, cool conversation and interesting points. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. But we've been talking over each other a lot, it seems. But I thought we were just having a discussion. Do you think we talk over each other a lot?
I think it's me. I think it's you guys out.
It's so funny.
We all think we're talking over each other.
We all think it's, literally. We all think it's us. It's like whoever we think it's ourselves. I definitely think it's me.
Name and shame.
Let us know who it is. Who's the most annoying? Because we need to. We'll fix it. We're down for constructive criticism.
The way that we're going to fix it is by ignoring it. No, I'm kidding.
We'll just mute that person from the podcast, and then we can't hear them. No, not the commenter. I'm talking about on us.
Oh, me. I'll definitely mute me. It's all good. Okay, well that's fine.
That was quite tame. Okay.
That's not bad. It's a bit of irritation.
Let's comments go.
That's a good constructive comment.
I think it's quite constructive.
Yeah.
Moving on. So last week we talked about what can we add into the game, to make it more interesting. We spoke about Rambats, and we spoke about the Battle Tower from Pokemon Emerald, because that was one of the most popular things from Emerald, and why it is considered one of the best Pokemon games, because one of the best features, and particularly something that's added into the second version of the game, like they used to do, like Crystal, Emerald, Platinum, all these things that help sell the additional copy of essentially the same game. So this person said, I don't see why people want to battle PvE in a game geared for PvP. I personally don't want any content but VC and competitive. They make the mainline games for. They make the mainline games for a reason. It's just dumb to ask for a battle tower. They suck at doing so much in a small detail, and it's perfect for long-term use. So what do you
Can I
guys
jump
think?
in on this?
Yeah, go for it. What's your opinion?
Go on.
Oh, I've got many opinions.
Oh,
I don't really appreciate the dumb idea because I don't think it's a dumb idea at all. And I tell you what, I've got a perfect classic example of where it would have been perfect this past weekend when I was with my 6-year-old nephew who is just starting to get into Champions. And I haven't seen him for a while. And I said to him, next time I see you, bring your Switch along. We were at a family event and I said, I will help you put a team together in game and we'll play some matches, we'll talk through some games and we'll get you on the road to start playing. Very excited about wanting to play competitive Pokemon. We didn't have Wi-Fi though, did we? I couldn't hotspot because my phone signal was just not there. So we didn't have an option. His heart was broken. We couldn't actually do anything on the day. So I tell you what, if there was an option to play offline and you could go in against the battle tower, you could do something like this anywhere you were, and you weren't going to be restricted by having to be online to do it. So for that example, and I think that would come into play many other times. And there's a lot of times I don't want to sit online battling actual people. I think, oh, there's some techs I would like to just try out, and maybe going up against the Elite Four. Previous members, gym leaders might be quite a cool thing to do, or previous world champions, I think is a cool thing that you could integrate into the game. So that's just off the top of my head. I say that comment's dumb. There you go. There you go.
You heard it here, folks.
Hot take.
Absolutely. But I was going to say, so like to construct that a bit more as well, the aspect of suggesting PvE versus a game purely being geared towards PvP. PvE meaning person versus environment or everyone, usually, denotes playing against either like a free-for-all or sometimes, AI battles. So blah, blah, blah. Single player is what we're saying, essentially, versus multiplayer, one person versus another. We've seen multiple cases where even in games like Dota or LOL, League, you can literally play against AI. You can play against AI in makeshift matches if you want on the side. Bots. Yeah, bots. But we're talking about AI. Literally the same thing. But you can do that. And that is a dedicated game towards competitive aspects. You can still do it. So it's not necessarily you're a purist. You can only have person versus person interactions. We will accept nothing else. Doesn't make sense to an environment that you want to structure to be inclusive, to get people to get more involved and not feel intimidated or always forced to go up against live people if they want to prep. Or similar to what you said, Lee,
it's a good introduction, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good introduction. You just mess about with some bots, play, set different difficulties, easy, mid, Uber God and whatever stuff. And that's fine. That's okay. But you know what? You want to have options. You don't want to be pigeonholed, especially when you sort of want to test it out. Or like you said, with your example, Lee, you've got a younger family member or a sibling or friend or whoever, and you want to try to get them involved. You want to shove them straight in there against the person. You want them to sort of feel the water. You're not going to chuck them the deep end. I mean, you can. I've seen it happen to dogs sometimes. Like, oh, yeah, the dog doesn't know how to swim. Okay, well, just... Now it knows how to swim, or it doesn't. Who knows?
We lost the dog.
We lost the dog. Yeah, we don't know where it's gone. Caveat: no dogs have been harmed for this example. But point is that you want to be able to allow more modes and differences to it. It doesn't have to be a purist. Like the whole point of the game is competitive. We want to make it sustainable over time and inclusive even more. But yeah,
of course that. Because you know about this a little bit more. I just had this really cool idea with this whole thing. If they ever did implement anything like this, how cool would it be if you could get an AI battle simulator and have Wolfie play it for a week solidly, and that AI learn inside out how Wolfie plays, and then have that AI available for a limited time in the battle tower as a final boss that you could go up against, and it would be like almost playing, and it would be like, oh, a big celebrity kind of has come into the battle tower for this week only. You can play Wolf, who's trained up at AI, and you can go up. It would be almost like playing Wolf at a tournament, or Ray Rizzo, or any of the other top players from around the world, or content creators that have got into Champions. Like that sort of thing would be very, very cool, you know?
You could do it. You could definitely do it. You just need to have enough time. And like the coding, it's there. You can make it work, but it's probably going to have to be dedicated only to specific Pokemon that they're rocking at each time, and have a set amount of plays that they follow, and also have reactive kind of plays available based off of, you know, like what Pokemon, you know, what sort of ongoings have occurred during the battle and stuff like that. Because like going ahead and trying to train the AI to recognize team preview, that's going to be a whole different thing. Versus having a set amount of lines that you go through and that AI can rotate them, which they could. They definitely could.
Would be very
amazing
cool.
idea. Yeah, be very cool idea.
Very cool.
The problem is, what if the person training the AI is bad?
Then that would be me. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? No.
No, that would be me.
No, but that's fine. Well, you know, maybe we could get AI to train AI. Who needs humans anymore?
Anyway, moving on to the last comment that
please do.
That may or may not have made my blood boil.
Go on, son.
Release it.
So
release the Kraken.
This was quite a recent comment. It hit me. It hit me hard. Okay. So this very polite young gentleman said, "I'm not going to bother watching." He's clicked on the video, so he's watched some of it.
Cool.
Just here to remind you that Pokemon is a $150 billion franchise. It's a good point.
Good reminder.
Then he continues, "They are not going to bother turning their competitive scene into slop for casuals." Now, I replied, "Have you heard of Pokemon Unite?" He's yet to reply.
And that's okay. But I guess where are you getting at then with that point, Scott? Is this something that Pokemon Unite has introduced?
Yes, Pokemon Unite, believe it or not, does have skins in their game.
Okay, Holoware.
It does. It's called Holoware. For those that don't know, you can do skins. And whilst I would like to say, in his defense, that it is more common for MOBAs to have skins. It's a very common trend.
Yep.
But I think I don't know if this sounds rude to say, but I think he's somewhat naive to believe that Pokemon are not they're not silly, they're not stupid. They're gonna want to monetize this game, and just because they have money doesn't mean they don't want money. So I just think it's the wrong mindset. Anything you wanna add to?
I mean, did you? I'll go now. I just think the fact that we've got champions out now, and the majority of people that have been complaining about the pay to win, which it's not, because Floette is not it is very good, but it doesn't stop you from winning or performing. And I think a lot of the results that we've had from the biggest tournaments recently will show you you don't need to pay to win in this game. But the biggest crying about that has been done from the competitive Pokemon kind of areas, whereas the casuals are the ones that would probably be inclined to play this game a bit more if they could buy their Snorlax in a Hawaiian shirt and things like that. And don't get me wrong, it does appeal to, I think, a wider competitive audience as well. We're not just kind of pigeonholing this, but the fact that they kind of coining it casual slop, I think the whole thing about this game, Champions, is to pull in more casual Pokemon fans to competitive Pokemon. That is the idea, and I don't know why that is a bad thing. I think that is only going to strengthen the competitive scene. Why should we just limit it to like people that are like or currently playing competitive Pokemon, like surely we want to grow and expand the scene, because an expanded bigger scene means bigger and better things. And surely that's, you know, what everyone wants, right?
I think there's probably a certain period, a certain section of the community that probably wants to gatekeep the competitive scene to a certain extent.
But that's
I think it's small-mindedness, really.
Just it is.
The lack
it's very
of
blinkered, isn't it?
yeah.
I think, like you know, like Pokemon don't care about that as well. I think like at the top of the chain, they're looking at numbers, and they are gonna be more bothered about how many sales they've made than they are they're not looking at, is this a competitive Pokemon fan or is this a casual fan that's bought this? They're just that number is a number to them. As hard a line as that probably feels, but like a corporate level, that's what it will be. You know, I feel like there will be people in the company that make these things that do have a little bit more care, but they're still not going to segregate areas of the fan base. I think everyone likes Pokemon. Yeah, you're right. It's a weird way of looking at it, in my opinion.
It's a lack of
negative way, isn't it? I'm looking at it.
Well, it's sort of like it's a lack of I don't know, futuristic depth for growth.
It's narrow-minded.
Narrow-minded. You know, like you know, sort of like the thing where horses have like, you know, like the covers on their heads and all that. They can only see like tunnel vision. They can only see like one direction, but they can't see like past it or around it. That's what this feels like. It's just a lack of, I don't know, perceptual context in what will grow the game, what will be good for the game, because people are so focused on, oh, wait, what? I play this competitive game. I don't want this crap. I don't want no, you know, casual slop chuck in a Hawaiian shirt on my Blastoise, which I don't know why you wouldn't want that, but anyways,
I'm just about to interrupt again, but like look at my shelf, all the Pikas they've got, all of their different outfits that they have on. It's like,
it's cute.
I don't have no cute outfits in my ones yet.
Very, very cute, yeah, and they do with other plushies as well.
Those are world's exclusive Pikas, mate. They literally do this already. The merchandise is casual slop to an extent. So all of this Pokemon that we're talking about, it's just finding more interesting ways in trying to grow the general audience of people that are into competitive. And why not? That's literally what Pokemon are. You're battling little poke pet monsters, pocket monsters.
If I could play devil's advocate for a second.
Go on.
I think you could argue to an extent that there are probably games in the past that have gone down this route and it has hurt the game, because essentially what it's done really is they end up pushing microtransactions instead of actually improving the game and just filling the void with cosmetics rather than improving it, making bug fixes. And that's probably where the sentiment comes from. He doesn't want the game to get lost in just cosmetics, which I get it from that perspective.
That's fair. That is fair. That is the angle. I think it could have been worded a bit better.
Yeah,
though.
for sure.
If that is the angle, and I get that, I totally get that. Because you don't want it going down that route where it does become lost in you having to buy everything. I think we talked about this last week. If they go down this route, they've got to be very, very careful with how they approach it and they deal with it going forward. So, you know, but we talked about it.
There's a way.
You should watch the episode before you coming out with the casual slop.
But that's the thing. Like, just it's we understand the concerns. They need to do a good enough job, but you need to not gatekeep the growth of this game. And you need to try to lean into sometimes some sort of strategies and loops and hooks and, you know, methods and strategies utilized in order to get people to want to stay more on this app, on this game.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I really hate the segregation of casual and competitive, like fan segregation. Anyway, if you're a fan of Pokemon, you're a fan of Pokemon. You know, like it doesn't really matter, right?
It's just another layer, right? Competitive is just another layer.
You're not really that into it, right?
Mm.
right there and then.
For sure.
That's all it is, right?
Mm.
I just it's a weird way to segregate things. I don't know. Let's leave it. Let's leave it.
This is a good place to
Hashtag the
end. To be
truth.
fair, I do. Generally, that I think it's fun. Like if you do have comments and or criticisms or stuff we've said, let us know, because it is genuinely. I know we've just memed on these comments. It is genuinely interesting to discuss because
There were
it
some
gets,
great.
It gets,
There was
it
some
gets us thinking. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with us being wrong or admitting that we're
Well, see,
wrong. But if
and
you're
that's
gonna
fine.
come at us, at least word it correctly so we can understand your point of view. Don't make it vague, otherwise we're gonna criticize you.
If you really want to banter us, come at us hard, because we enjoy a little bit
We're
of
all for it,
banter.
mate.
Oh, yeah. Like you say, nothing's personal. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. We respect those opinions, but we don't have to agree with them.
And that's okay.
That
Both
is
ways.
right, because you don't have to agree with our opinions either.
Yeah, exactly. And I was going to say there's some positive comments there as well. We didn't go over. We don't have enough time to do it today, but we do appreciate both the positive, the neutral, and the bad, and that's okay.
Anyone commenting,
liking,
just watching the video, seeing it, even just hovering over it, it means a lot to us. So thank you very much, especially if you made it this far into the episode. Oh, an hour and a half in now, so this is a long boy. We've been rambling for a while.
A long boy.
A long boy.
We asked last week did we have any comments? We asked if anyone got to the end. There was
no one mentioned about being at the end.
To the end.
Unbelievable. So there's not going to be any retaliatory comments coming out because they're probably not going to. Stay for this one.
Tuning in now. That's it. Just going to end it. End it right now.
Someone did say though. We got one comment that he never replied to me. He said, Have you not heard the secret secret? Then I replied, what's the secret? And he hasn't replied.
What secret?
The secret. Have you not heard?
You not heard of secretly? What are you talking about?
If you're still watching, let us know what that secret is.
Ooh.
Do they comment on every video, the secret?
No.
Just that one?
No.
I want to know what the secret is.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to hopefully find out next time, or at least maybe you lovely folks at home can let us know. But I guess let's give a reminder on all the different platforms that we are featuring this right now, and we're consistently getting weekly episodes going. I'm looking at the...
And we've got some very fun stuff planned. Some potential IRL stuff planned soon as well for the channel. So,
Hashtag MTA, but yes.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Yes.
Indeed.
Do give us a like, subscribe on all the platforms, whichever one you're listening to. If subscribe's not there, then give us a rating. If a like's not there, give us a rating. Just do something.
Tell your friends.
Appreciate it. And tell your friends about it. Yeah, tell all your friends. Just like Taking Back Sunday, like to title some of their best tracks ever. If you're a big TBS fan, then you'll know what I mean. But on that note, thank you, Costa. Thank you, Scott. Thank you to you, the listener at home, for tuning in this week. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Let us know your thoughts on everything that we've talked about, and get in touch in the comment section below. I'm going to throw it over to my co-hosts to wrap it up if they've got anything they want to end with, and I will say thank you, and you take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Ditto
×2. That's it. I think we're going to wrap it there, but thank you very much, guys. Super appreciate it, and we'll be catching you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.